TNCRadio.Live, your commercial driver navigation station. You're listening to the Evening Surge here on TNCRadio.Live. I'm Shelley Johnson here with Ron Samuels and Tom Kelly and Tom Kirk. We have a very special guest from StarCom Racing, Quin Houff. He's one of the race car drivers, and they're doing something very special this weekend in honor of John Andretti. Take it away there, Quinn. What are you doing for the race, and how are you honoring John? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, heading into Darlington is always a very special weekend for NASCAR and all the race teams being able to have a throwback weekend and the teams and sponsors being able to come together and throw back and commemorate to any era of NASCAR in the past and its history. And this year we've had the honor with Boss Klein, our sponsor, coming on board to do a throwback scheme in honor of John Andretti, his scheme that he actually won his first Cup race in the Daytona race in July. And, to be able to have that scheme that people obviously recognize, but also to take it beyond that and to have his Check It for Andretti Foundation on there, in honor of his foundation that is raising awareness for prostate cancer. Obviously, many people know his battle with cancer, ultimately passing away from it. So to be able to carry that legacy on and bring it to the track on Sunday is going to mean a lot, not only to us and his family, but many families out there.
Yeah, and you can learn more from that by going to Check It. That's CHECKIT4, the number 4, Andretti.org. Pick up a lot of good information on that. And, if you wanted additional information, there's some email addresses, info@checkit4andretti.org, etc. Yeah, I've always been curious. Quinn, tell me this. I realize that when you're in the heat of racing, just there's so much that doesn't matter to you that we wonder about as spectators. But do you see any difference when you're driving a different wrapper? Like you're always used to seeing a particular color in a particular place. They're going to kind of redo it. Does it mess with you at all as you're driving? Or is it like, it doesn't matter? Green, pink, yellow, white, doesn't care.
Yeah, one thing I've learned with StarCom Racing is we always have a lot of great, different, colorful sponsors and companies that come on board, and we always look good, and we always have something fresh to the track. So I've gotten used to having different colors around me. I've driven many colors for the first time, but obviously when you strap the helmet on and get to work, everything kind of just seems the same. So it doesn't really bother me or change things in the race car, but it's obviously something that's always fun to head to the racetrack and see fans' reactions and be able to see the race cars we bring.
Well, I'm looking at the 00 for Darlington this week right now, and it's just gorgeous, and it really does, throwback. Sometimes they say, oh, it's a throwback, but it doesn't look anything like it did. No, this really does look like the car Andretti drove. It's a good-looking car. It looks like they even have your jumpsuit is kind of old school too, huh?
Yeah, Boss Klein has done a great job with it. With Throwbacks, obviously, there's still restrictions on, different trademarks or the sponsors wanting their name on there instead of maybe the original. But Boss Klein was, lenient enough to be able to make it as much of a replica as we can, down to the number font and the driver's suit stuff. So it'll be really special to be able to take it that far and even have John's name on the car on the name rail as well.
Oh, is it? I don't have I don't have that view. Oh, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. Fantastic. Always a bit of a challenge, I think, when you're starting off with a new team, and when the team itself is new. You guys have had to, work pretty hard the last 2 years. When I was talking to, we had Michael McDowell on here a month or so ago, and we were talking about, it takes 3 or plus years to really everybody know each other and predict each other and that kind of stuff. Are you starting to feel like after a couple of years now that you guys are starting to get that unspoken gel, where you kind of just, you don't have to say the whole sentence, you're getting it from each other, and is that starting to happen?
Yeah, it's always tough, especially like you said. I was a very green rookie heading into the 2020 season from our first full campaign with a new race team that also had many new parts to it in itself. And, we're the little team that can. When everyone shows up to work in StarCom Racing, I still think we're under 25 people, but all the men and women that work at StarCom Racing dedicate a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the program, and we're building it brick by brick. So to be able to head into my second full-time season, obviously I feel like we're ahead of the game already, just from being able to have a lot of the same components and personnel coming back together for the second year. Be able to look back at what we can improve on or what we did right the first season and apply it to this season as well, just to get everything as smooth as we can heading into a very big transition in NASCAR into the next gen car in 2021. So a lot of things going on, but you mentioned Michael McDowell. He's a David versus Goliath story. He's someone that's been in the sport a very long time, a very hard grinder, and to see him and his success this year at the Daytona 500 is obviously kind of a breath of fresh air for young guys like me that are on the same path as him. So congratulations to Michael again. That was really cool, and a great guy as well. Yeah,
and he had a great week last week, and but you're not counted out. I spend a lot of time reading NASCAR stuff and everything, and the general book on you seems to be, it's not an if, it's just when is the big breakthrough going to happen? Does it feel like that to you as you suit up each Sunday, that this could be the day, this could be the big breakthrough, and we're getting really close? Or does it seem like it's still kind of out there a ways and you're just comfortable waiting for it?
It's a process, right? I have to understand this is the top echelon of motorsports, and I'm a very young racer still, and only heading into my second full-time season. Some of these guys I'm racing against have been racing this series since, I was racing go-karts, more than frankly. So it's all about that experience and putting your time and effort and work into it. And, I'm down for the challenge, and I'm very blessed and fortunate to be able to have a cup ride and a cup seat. There's only 40 guys that get to suit up and do it each and every weekend, and I look forward to continuing to prove my worth and help build StarCom Racing's program up and go to the next opportunity. We take it race by race and seize every opportunity that's in front of us.
Now, let me back up for just a second. Did you say you only have 25 people as a part of the...
Yep, the StarCom Racing, like you said, is we're a very small team.
Wow, because some of these teams, it looks like they got 40 people just doing transport.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide spectrum from a team like ours with 25 or less, and you get up into the Hendrick Motorsports that has in the 400 employees. So, like I said, we put in a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra work. There's no one that works harder up and down pit road than the guys that I have, and they have all their faith in me. So it's very good to have a supportive group and a tight knit group at that.
That's fantastic. Your principal sponsor, Boss Klein, they're all in, right? I mean, they look like they're all in. They're fully invested in your success and are right there with you step by step.
Yeah, these teams can't go on the track. I don't care whether it's from Hendrick down to us. These cars don't go on the racetrack without great sponsors and partners like Boss Klein and like 8 Ball Chocolate Whiskey and Mane and Tail Shampoo. We got a lot of them on our team alone, and without having companies invest and believe in our program and see our vision, this wouldn't be possible. So I can't thank all of those companies enough, and we look forward to proving them well and also adding some more great companies along the way to continue to elevate our program. There's one nice thing about being young and new to the sport is that there's not really any expectations, right? Especially when you're with newer, smaller teams that maybe people don't always look at. But when we are able to go out there and have great runs, I believe our career best last year was 12th at Talladega. It's really big for teams like ours, not alone just to finish that well, but also the pay and the out that comes with that is able to carry into the next few races. So, I've been the little guy for a while, and I'm still new to the sport, but I like to be able to go out there and people not really expect anything out of me and be able to put good results up.
Yeah, I don't think you have everybody fooled because, like I said, there are some who are watching you closely and thinking he's got all the talent. He's got a good team. It's just putting it all together. As opposed to, let's face it, sometimes you got a driver who maybe just isn't ready, but the team is, and sometimes it's the other way around. You get a good driver, but his team's not there. You guys are gelling, and that will be that, and I hope it's at Darlington where everybody goes, aha, see, told you he was going to put it all together. And it's got to be a really exciting time for you and the team at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, for a small Virginia town guy like myself, it's racing the Cup Series full time is a dream come true, let alone. So just being able to suit up and get on the track is a win to me, and to be able to continue to prove my worth along the way is just a bonus. So I can't thank StarCom enough for allowing me to drive their car and continue their program, and I look forward to the future.
Hey, did you start in kart as a young kid, or did you get into it kind of late? What was that like to get started in all of this?
Yeah, I started racing go-karts at the age of 8. It was something that my dad and I did together as a hobby. We didn't come from racing or any family racing background at all. We were just NASCAR race fans. I grew up watching it with him on Sundays after church, and got the bug to race, and finally he caved in, and we did it together at go-kart levels and mini cup levels. And that's kind of when I turned to him and said, hey, this is something I think I want to try to do as a professional or make a career out of. And he kind of looked at me and was like, well, we don't really know what we were doing getting into it in the first place, so we're going to have to find help along the way. So there's been a lot of great people that we met along the way to help us find the next step, and driver development programs to help elevate myself as a driver. And the path was very different and unpredictable at times, but the ultimate goal is to be in the Cup Series, and I'm humbled to be able to say that we did that. Now it's just a dream come true to be able to be here and continue to improve.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Quinn, it has been our honor to have you with us today. We're going to be watching you closely this weekend, and I hope it's a lot of fun to be wearing these colors this week. And again, don't want to be remiss and remind everybody, check it for Andretti.org. Check CHECKIT for the number 4 Andretti.org. We'll have that out there on our front page of our website too. Check into that. Remember, John, the Andretti family, what can you say? I've been watching them. I remember when Mario Andretti was young. How about that? So
yeah, the Andretti family for sure is. You hear the name Andretti and you think racing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful tribute what you and StarCom Racing are doing for John Andretti.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's an honor, and I was able to meet John's wife, and we did a nice little video that'll be released soon for their foundation, and I can't wait for that to come out. But like I said, it's very special to a lot of people.
Awesome. We'd love to feature that on our website, too, on TNCRadio.Live. So definitely let us know when you have that so we can feature the link.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, the race is this weekend at Darlington. I was looking to see if I've got the race start time right here in front of me, but I do not. Do you know off the top of your head?
You're going to put me on the spot, too?
Yeah. I believe it's like you said, it's after church on Sunday. Everybody.
Most of our races are, I believe, at 3 o'clock, and I believe Sunday's race is the same. So be sure to tune in at 3 o'clock. You'll see a lot of different colors out on the racetrack. It might even bring back some memories, and the racing is definitely going to be exciting. But I appreciate you guys having me on, and I just wanted to give a special shout-out to all the truckers out there listening. There's a lot of storms out there. Just stay safe. And I appreciate everything they do for our country. Like I said, that I don't know if you guys heard earlier, without trucks, America stops moving. And I know that well myself, coming from a family trucking business. And, obviously everyone needs truck drivers. So if you need a truck driving position, be sure to check out Houff Transfer. And I appreciate you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. We'll
thank you so much, Quinn.
Houff Transfer. We thank you for that, Quinn. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Now, since we talk to you all the time, I want an exclusive after that first win. Get you in here right away and talk about how that feels. So, and we're going to do that this season, I hope.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, and I'll be sure to fit you guys in the party schedule somewhere when that happens.
There you go. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thanks, Quinn. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys.